do you think Kenan played? Great young actor.
Early, mid-20s?
I guess. He played early mid-20s, but he had a really young look. And I thought maybe he could have been anywhere from, if you told me he was 18, I'd have been like, yeah, all right. And then we found out how old he was. He was 25, and I was like, he looks so young. Everybody looked at me and they were like, have you not seen you? Like season 1, 2, 3. I guess I was even younger. Gosh.
Are you going skiing?
Yeah, dude, it's Chicago.
Yeah, it's also 75 degrees outside.
This is the earliest we have ever been to Chicago, and so I have like my Chicago bag that comes replete with scarves and beanies.
I love the thought of you having you opening your closet and it's just like Chicago, Atlanta, Phoenix, Dallas.
And Austin is like t-shirts.
It's just Austin's just a wet bag.
It's just, yes, exactly. A portable fan and t-shirts. This is actually cozy. It's like my little going night-night. It's my little sleep bed.
Apologize.
Well, we are now done with our first 5 episodes of the season. Woo! Which is exciting.
We've done 5? And we've already done 5?
Where have you been, man?
I don't know.
And by the way, guys, if you're less than 18, cover your ears. But a massive fucking thank you for Entertainment Weekly.
Woo!
Oh, glad you could join us. What?
Oh, no wonder.
Oh, that's right.
Big surprise.
It's Dad's fault.
Big surprise. Oh, Dad. Yeah, we're very excited and truly, truly grateful. So I'm sure a lot of you out there voted, and so for that, I personally thank you. My mom actually sent me a text. She was like, what did she say?
I want you to know I didn't vote for you.
I voted for Gilmore Girls. No, my mom sent a text like, I think she goes, when you shipped off to LA 17 years ago, I signed up for Entertainment Weekly to see, because I was already on Gilmore Girls, right? So she was like, I signed up for Entertainment Weekly, so I've been getting Entertainment Weekly for 16 plus years, and now my son's on the cover, so.
She's like, I could finally cancel my subscription. She's like, I almost gave up on you, son. It's been 16 years.
I've had to lie to my friends for 16 years.
He says he's an actor. I don't know. I get this every week.
Lordy. Well, before we just jabber about my mom's magazine subscriptions, let's get to the audience. Yes. I like your shirt.
My dress.
That's what I meant.
Thank you.
It's a negligee, yes?
Very clever. So, hi Jared, hi Jensen.
Hi.
My question is for you, for both of you.
Okay.
If you could take any cast member from from your show, Gilmore Girls, Dawson's Creek, to come onto Supernatural, who would you bring?
Oh,
And
wow.
why?
Huh.
I bring, what was his name? I bring Josh, but Pacey, that's what that was his name.
Joshua Jackson.
Josh Jackson, just because he's my buddy and it'd be fun to work with him. And we shoot in Vancouver, which is where he's from, so, nice little hometown hero. That's an easy question.
Yeah, you know what? I'd bring Milo, Jess. Yeah.
I was very excited to see that.
What's that?
I'd be very excited to see him on the show.
Yeah, me too. And he's super busy. He's on a show with Sterling Brown right now, Gordon. But Milo is one of these guys that we played, obviously, on Gilmore Girls, for those who've seen it, we played kind of enemies. But he was the nicest guy. He showed me the ropes. I was this young kid, and I remember, I think, whatever season he came on, 2, I guess it was.
Yes, season 2.
And I was like, oh, it's the new, I had already kind of done with Tristan. And so then Jess comes into town, and I was like, I don't know, does this mean I'm like not gonna be on the show anymore? Or she gonna have a new boyfriend or something? And one lunch, he's like, hey, you wanna go grab some lunch? And I was like, yeah. And I start walking to the commissary, and he's like, no, we'll take my car and we'll go to a restaurant. I was like, we can leave set? Like, we're allowed to leave set? He's like, yeah, man, they're not gonna be ready for us, yada yada. Like, I'll take you to one of my favorite restaurants. And I was like, that's great. And so we get in his car, I think it was like a Jeep, and we leave the Warner Brothers lot. And he takes me to this restaurant, and it's near Residuals, or it was near where Residuals was. And we sit down, and they bring the menu out, and they're like, hey, Milo. He's like, hey, guys. And I look at the menu, and I'm like, where's the meat? Fresh out of Texas. And he's like, no, it's a vegetarian restaurant. I was like, this is the worst lunch ever. I found something. I found like a bunch of pasta. He's a great guy, great actor, and I think he'd really fit with the show.
We like to work with people that we get along with, because it just makes working that much more fun. And
This is unfortunate, but
yes, we're not always that lucky. Milo's a buddy of ours. Josh is a buddy of ours. So anybody that we've got kind of that good rapport with is always fun to work with. I mean, I was lucky to have a few of them on Dawson's. Kerr, Smith, Ollie Hudson. We all had a good time.
That was still one of my funniest experiences of being in this business, was going to My Bloody Valentine 3D with Jensen and Kerr. And we joked that, like,
going to the movie theater.
We went to the movie theater on opening night with the 3D glasses, and so we wait until it's just started, and it's me, Ackles, and Kerr, and we walk in, and we're walking down the aisle, and we're joking that people behind us are like, these 3D glasses are amazing. As Jensen and Kerr are like,
this new technology is fantastic.
This is incredible. It's like they're right in front of us.
And just as like the final, scene happened, and just as the credits were about to roll, we were like, all right, let's go. And so we all three popped up and started heading out, and it was just like this weird, these looks from people just like, did you see that?
Is one of y'all dead?
So we got out of there ASAP. That was fun.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Jared, if you could bring Chad Michael Murray, that'd be great, since we didn't see him in Gilmore Girls for the reunion.
I know. Yeah,
So,
him too.
that
He's a
would
buddy
be
of ours
a
as
good
well.
one.
Yeah. Bring them all. Your turn.
Let's head over here. How about way right there? Yes. Plaid shirt, right there. Yes.
What's wrong with the beanie?
Nothing. I'm partial to plaid. Hi.
Can you hear me? Okay. Your characters have changed a lot over the past 12 years. You guys have changed a lot over the past 12 years. Has how you approach your job and your characters changed with those changes? Or do you pretty much still think of them about the same?
It's a great question.
I think I still. I think I still look and try and do the same approach to playing Dean that I always have. Maybe I'll say that it's gotten a little less complicated, maybe a little bit more easier to do, just because the nature of doing it so repetitively for 11 plus years. But yeah, I think my approach still remains generally the same. I think I had, luckily Eric wrote such a great character early on that it really kind of established who he was in my head very early on, and I've tried to keep that consistency now for 12 seasons. So yeah, I don't know that it's changed nearly as much as the world around me and me as a person, just personally. I think they're still the same approach, but yeah, good question.
It's a great question. It has changed. Not as dramatically as my character or myself has changed. I think the core, the foundation, the structure of the way I approach a character was kind of set 20 years ago when I was in high school. With Sam specifically, I struggle less. This is kind of funny. I struggled a lot in the first season or two to find Sam, but I don't know what was life and what was art, because Sam was struggling to find himself, and he was in a situation he wasn't familiar with or happy with. And so part of, I often wonder, like, what was Jared and what was the inevitable bleed between life and art. I struggle less. I'm more comfortable with Sam. I'm more comfortable finding who he is. I'm more comfortable with Sam and Dean, but so is Sam, right? Sam has figured out who he is.
Sam and Dean.
Little leather jacket and bow legs.
Bow fins.
Bow fins? That's a great question. Thank you for your question.
Just on that note, I think there's certainly been a more distinct separation between Jared and Sam and Jensen and Dean as the years have gone on. I do think early on we were using kind of our own experiences and maybe some of our own characteristics to play the character so that we could identify with them easier or better. And I think over the years, the character has become such an individual, a sovereign entity that that separation between art and life has kind of separated a bit, but I think in a good way.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to the beanie next to you. You got my text this morning about gray?
Yeah. Jacket. Would you like a scarf? Maybe some mittens?
I brought two.
All right, sounds good. So I was wondering, if your kids wanted to act, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Kick to the face. The question for those who didn't hear it was, if our kids wanted to act, what would our advice be? Kick to the face. Jensen?
Well, I hope that my kids' experience with me would be similar to my experience with my father, who is in the industry and has made a living being an on-camera, on-radio talent for almost 40 years now.
Almost your whole life.
More than my whole life. Yes, he was doing it before I was born. Agree to disagree. But when it came about that this was something that I was interested in, that I was wanting to pursue, he was very supportive, even though he knew that it was a very fickle industry and sometimes could be a very difficult and damaging industry. We both have had many friends who attempted to have a career or to work in this industry and it hasn't worked out quite as well as they had hoped. And that's tough. That's a jagged pill to swallow. So I think my dad basically said, he gave me some really good pieces of advice, some that I still hold on to today. But there was I never felt like there was a hesitancy in support of what I was doing. It was more of like, listen, go, try your hardest, do your best. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. And we'll be here, we'll figure that out together, what the next step is. So, that's, I guess, just support. You support your kids in what they want to do, and you nurture them, and you give them a good foundation and a good direction, and make sure that they, got their head screwed on tight. Then I guess wherever they go, you hope that they make those decisions that you would be proud of.
Yeah. I think I have a similar but different answer.
Kick to the face.
I've had a lot of joy and a lot of pain by being in the public eye. The advice I think I would give my kids was, you don't have to be on television to be an actor. You don't have to be in movies to be an actor. You don't have to be paid to be an actor. It's like being a musician. selling a platinum album isn't the prerequisite for calling yourself a musician. You can noodle on a guitar, you can write your own songs or sing along with the church choir and be a musician, you know? It's more, I feel like you're an actor if you express yourself and try and find a way to tell stories through another character's dialogue. And if that's important to my kids and they feel like they have a need or a desire to explore themselves and explore others through a character and their dialogue and the story they're telling, then great, go do it. But you don't have to do it in Hollywood to do it. If that's where it takes you, okay, great. You know, if it makes you happy. But I think people, if your definition of acting is having a TV show, then that can be really painful.
Or being famous.
Or being famous, because then you're like, well, I'm less famous than this guy, so I have to be famouser, you know, more famous,
right.
more famouser. I have to be the most famousest of all the most famousest people. So it's all about the reason you do it. If it makes you happy, if it's like, I just love to perform, I love to tell stories, or I hate to perform, but I love to tell stories, great, see where that takes you. But if one of their desires is I want to be on TV or something, that's a
different conversation.
That's a hunger that can't be satiated, you know? So then you want to be in movies, and then you want to have bigger movies than the next guy. Then you want to produce, and you want to write it. So as long as they can find happiness, cool.
Thank you.
How about way in the back with the headband on?
That's Cliff.
What is
I like
my
your
favorite kind
shirt.
of noodle?
I like your Austin, Texas. Is that a sweater?
Sweatshirt.
Okay.
I
I got the shirt thing wrong earlier with the dress. I like your Austin, Texas. What's my favorite kind of noodle?
Noodle.
Yeah.
Canoodle.
No.
Yep.
I'm glad you asked that.
Carry on.
I don't know how to say it, but it starts with an O and it has a couple of C's in it. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
Is it orchetta or orchetta?
Orchetta?
Orchetta. What
Thank you.
is your favorite kind of noodle?
I don't have one.
Well, you do now. You know what it is? Canoodle.
Thank you.
Go to the store, get yourself some more cheddar, get a nice arrabbiata sauce. Boom, done.
Enough.
Forget about it.
I'm going to go with the gentleman right here on the aisle. Yes, sir.
First of all, how are you guys doing today?
Doing very well. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. Very well. Jared, can you tell us about Shepherd TV?
It's ruined his life.
Did you post that yet? Did somebody post my reaction?
He told us yesterday.
Mark posted it, or
I told us to ask.
He told us, yeah.
if my reaction wasn't laced with profanity, I think it would have been posted a long time ago.
He said he has to edit it first.
He said which?
He does have to edit it first.
He did. Yeah.
So it has not been posted.
Oh,
Probably good.
It was a
Probably
nice
good.
gag. So these are so funny. That was the day we did the post from the Flash set where it's like no sleeping and eating, and we were like, all right, where can we sleep and eat and post it? And so the day it is just like different tags for Japan and Italy and every channel in America.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So you just start going and sort of like doing. You're like, okay, I'm gonna be here until tomorrow if I don't just start doing things. And so for me, I like to read it first and then.
It would have worked better. It would have worked better if you did it with me because I don't read it first.
Yeah.
I just go. It's just like the teleprompter. It's like
He's like Ron Burgundy.
Exactly.
He'll
It's
just
there.
start
I'll
reading
read it.
stuff. I'm Ron Burgundy. He just reads it. But I like to just read it first and then make sure I'm not going to have a stutter or something. And so I read it and I was like, okay, this is Jared Padalecki, Supernatural, and you're watching Mark Shepard on the Flash on my Shepard. What the? I'm not doing some advertisement for Mark Shepard TV. Unless they promise me that they'll write him off Supernatural. I'm kidding! Kinda.
You know they wrote him off, right? They just haven't told him. Kidding.
We love.
Kidding.
Thank you.
I noticed some patches there.
Was
on
that
your
was
arm.
that your question or were you just kidding?
No, that was
Yeah, nice. Thanks, brother.
I noticed some
Rub it
patches
in.
there on your arm. What is that?
VFW,
VFW?
Veterans of Foreign Wars, yeah.
Nice.
Right on.
Ceremony this morning.
Well, thank you for the service.
All right, then you can get away with asking me that. You've earned it. Thanks, brother.
Thank you very much.
You got it.
Okay, let's see. What?
All weekend.
What? All right. Well, if
better be good.
if it'll make you feel better, then how about the woman behind you?
It's her birthday.
What's that?
It's her birthday as well.
Man,
Happy freaking
you
birthday.
could have started with that. Happy birthday.
Thank you. How you guys doing?
Point Jensen. Yes, ma'am. Hi.
You get your turn. All right, so I met Mark last year, and
I'm sorry.
So sorry.
he was a complete dick. I warned everyone
Oh,
around me.
so it is the same Mark. Got it.
Yes. And yesterday, he, of course, definitely made it clear that he tolerates you, Jared. He loves Jensen, is hoping for the bromance to come back. But I'm wondering, is he always a dick with you guys? I mean, Crowley is Matt is Crowley. Is that really what's happening?
Yeah, Crowley is Mark. Mark is Crowley.
Yes, Mark, yes.
At times, yeah. We try to bring out the frustrated European in Mark.
The curmudgeon.
The curmudgeon, yeah, which is less difficult these days than it used to be.
True.
Was he? That's because he didn't see us. We'll change it. We'll see him today. We'll bring it
Yeah,
around.
he won't be in a good mood today.
We haven't. Has everybody here seen the behind-the-scenes Entertainment Weekly interview about the filming or the photo shoot, Entertainment Weekly photo shoot? Oh, it's cool. So there's like a 2-minute
I think I posted it on
making of the
Facebook
Entertainment Weekly
or
photo shoot.
my book or face space, whatever.
They combined YouTube, Twitter, and what was it? Facebook. It's called You Twit Face. So we haven't yet had the opportunity to get him out of his good mood by bringing up the point that Jensen, Jared, and Nisha look pretty well rested and well lit, and then it cuts to Mark with the baby, and he's like,
My character is very great.
The hair, yeah, all different directions. Like opening his eyes. Oh yes, do it. He's got it. Yeah, we'll bring this up today and make sure that he.
So I get a text from a dear friend of mine. You may know him, Jason Mans. And
Hey, take it easy back there.
What does he say? Where is it? He made me laugh out loud.
And then he read it to me.
He said the video was quite funny. You and Jared, Misha, you look all rested and tan and toned. And then there was Mark. This is before I'd seen it. I'm like, what video are you talking about? And he like sent me a link, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's one of those life imitates art things where.
Or just life revealing itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look. Yeah, don't. I'm not doing any on-camera videos.
Oh yeah, we're well
In about 5 months from now.
He's already put the kibosh on any and all interviews from like November through March.
Only be doing the show. That's it.
Yeah, for copious amounts of makeup. I'm gonna go. You know what? I don't know if this weekend has had. I'm gonna go to my gray beanie. I gotta go gray beanie. This is the triangulation of. Anybody else have a gray beanie in here? That's
You're
not a
welcome.
beanie.
I have a great shirt.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Awesome.
Thanks. We're all doing awesome. Supernatural convention. My question for you guys today, it's my first. My question for you guys today is, with Mary back in the picture in season 11, a new sort of domesticity is going to be in the show that we haven't quite seen before. Do you think that is going to affect maybe life in the bunker or, hunts that they have to do? And I'm assuming the whole Men of Letters fiasco that's still going on. Do you think much is going to change with her being around constantly, once you get past the whole, wow, mom's not dead kind of thing? Is there going to be some sort of like, oh, sit down, eat your dinner, or, did you brush your teeth kind of thing? So how do you think that's going to play out now that she's back?
Well, we have seen a little bit of it and read a little bit of it, and yeah, and that's one of the fun. You all right, Misha?
You're welcome, Mish.
What is?
His dad.
We do see a little bit of it, and that's one of the fun, kind of weird, bizarre, awkward circumstances that Supernatural gets to play with, that no other show on television gets to play with, is what happens when your dead mother comes back after 30 years, and she's living in a 1950s era Chernobyl-style bunker with you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, Dad's back too?
Did you hear your wife's not dead?
Sorry, I was told this is where the breakfast was.
You were making everybody late. This is our big come to God moment. We saw everybody walking in. They were like, "Yeah, that takes a long time in pictures."
I kind of do. You know why? Because we ate too much last night.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a hoodie.
Chicago, when a tomahawk steak will take you down.
Yes,
and slows down photos. Y'all having fun?
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for you. What is your favorite noodle?
What was that?
What was your favorite? No, you can't.
I like the little spiral things. because there's a reason. Because like.
Several types.
What is it?
Rotini.
Rotini?
Yeah.
Rotini.
Yeah, because they rotate.
Rotates.
And they're teeny. And sauce sticks in them. They rotate and they're teeny.
That's better than like, what was yours? Borchetta?
Orchetta. Yeah, that's nice too.
What about like,
Is this what you guys talk about on your panels?
what do you talk about?
I don't know. They ask me like questions not about my favorite pasta.
Come on, guys.
I'm on the wrong panel. Damn it.
You got to show up here. All right, I think that is it for us, guys. We are we're walking away with the man, the myth, the legend. We love you guys. We love you. We love you. Thank you, guys. We'll see you later.
I'll see you guys soon. I'll probably be late.